Hey everybody, Haku here with my top 15 rankers part 3. Now again in this part, it seems that we're going to only be doing 2 characters, but they're characters that we have a lot of details about. And even just these 2 characters, I think I'm going to end up with well over 10 minutes of content here. So let's get into those 2 characters, and they are 2 characters that are tied for a spot in the top 15. They are the number 7s. The first of them is one that I've talked about in another series, but I will get into detail on here personally, and that is Eurasia N. Eurasia N is the great white shark. She's the owner of the colorless December, a princess of Zahard, and she's also the daughter of 2 heads of great families, Eurasia Blossom and Pobidao Gustang. Eurasia N. Zahard was said to have gorgeous looks. She was beautiful, and she also had a very gentle and pacifistic personality. And when she was given the colorless December, that began to change. She began to lash out in psychotic anger and just went further and further into madness. Now around this time, another princess, Grom Zahard, murdered Euram Zahard. Eurasia N was thought to be involved in the murder, and both her and Grom Zahard went into hiding. Now, Grom Zahard wasn't insane or anything, so she was successful in going into hiding. Eurasia N, however, was eventually captured because she killed thousands of rankers and Zahard's men in just a path of destruction as they came after her. Eventually she was captured though, and she was brought up to trial before Zahard himself. Now at her trial in front of Zahard, Eurasia N went mad and just lashed out. She killed a bunch of people, and she killed 2 other princesses of Zahard. And these 2 princesses of Zahard were Uni Zahard and Rebecca Pone Zahard. They were both killed by Eurasia N, and Eurasia N was finally subdued by 2 other princesses, Kun Masheni Zahard, who we've already seen, and Pondo Zahard, I believe it was. Yeah, Pondo Zahard. And it's also rumored that another princess, Hace Zahard, and that Zahard himself, the king of the tower, got involved. But the last 2, they were just rumored to be involved in finally taking her down, but it's not known. Once she was finally taken down and captured, there in front of them, Zahard couldn't bring himself to kill someone he saw as his daughter, even though not by blood. She was his daughter and he couldn't kill her. So he had both her and the now psychotic colorless December, or semi-psychotic colorless December, both sealed away in an unknown location. The last bit of trivia that we know about Eurasia N. Zahard is that she was graded on a completely different level compared to other princesses. She was apparently on a whole nother level, and it's still argued whether or not she's stronger than the current number 7, the one she is tied with, and that is Adori Zahard. Adori Zahard is known as the Killer Whale. She's the strongest active princess, the owner of the Golden November, which is an S-Class weapon, and she is the only S-Class weapon of the 13-month series, I should say. And she is the captain of the Royal Guard. It's said that she was given her sobriquet Killer Whale, being named after the strongest... I don't even know how to pronounce them. The Shin Hail? I looked up how to pronounce it earlier, but I think it's Shin Hail. It's a really complicated, the mystical sea creatures that we've seen throughout the tower that the Anima control. It's said that she is cool-headed, she's quiet, she's very secretive, but she has a lot of fans. And it's said that because of her personality, she's often not doing her job to the fullest. So she's often just laying alone, dreaming about her fantasies, because she doesn't take much interest in the real world. So she just lives in her own fantasy land. So that makes me I think that makes me really want to see more of her character. I think that would be very interesting to see, especially given she's so, like, oppressively strong, they say. They say that she defeated a ranker before she even became a ranker, and that ever since becoming a ranker, she's defeated everyone she's fought. Tons of other rankers, she's defeated them overwhelmingly. Even Grom Zahard, the princess of Zahard that murdered Uram Zahard 100 years before that event, she fought against Adori Zahard, and Adori defeated her overwhelmingly. Just completely wrecked her. So, again, it just makes me want to see so many of these characters researching their stories to tell and explain here. So, again, this is another character. I think I want to see Adori even more than I want to see Eurasia N, because Eurasia N almost seems like too much. Just the whole psychotic princess sealed away thing. Seems like we get a lot of that sort of character type in manga and anime. And while it's very, very interesting, I'm more interested in seeing Adori's personality. Now, Adori Zahard uses what's called a carrier, which is a combination of a lighthouse, a pocket, and a pipe, all built into one. And that allows her to fill any position she wants to. And I think that she's technically a fisherman, but again, this is a weird translation thing in Tower of God that I've seen, is that there are two different fishermen. There's the fisherman that means they can fill any position, and the fisherman that is the one position. So I would say that she's probably the fisherman that means that she takes any position. So, yeah. I'm not sure what's up with that translation issue, but she can fill any position, I guess, is the main point I'm trying to make here. And I got really caught up with that one. Also, Adori Zahard has once been translated as Midori Zahard, so once she finally shows up in the story more often or something, I'm not sure which version we'll get. We could get Adori Zahard, or they could call her Midori Zahard. Either way. So, this actually turned out to be a little bit shorter than I thought it was, a bit shorter. So I'm sorry for that. Next time we will be doing as many as I think I can fit in around the 9 or 10 minute mark. I don't want to go too far over with a video like this to where it drags on, but I want to have enough so that you guys, so that it's not too bad to have to wait a week for another part of this series. Of course, to tide you over, I'll have my discussion, live reaction, and review every week, but and all my other stuff for other series and for random stuff. So yeah, just explaining why I want to keep this not going too long. That, and I think that I don't want to try to stuff like 5 into every episode, because then I might have to try to rush through or shorten their stories to try to make them all fit in a decent amount of time. And I think it's better to do as many as I feel at a time that I can get through their stories in detail and not go super long. So sorry, I rambled a ton in this one. I'm really sorry. Don't know why I keep saying that I'm sorry so much either. But thank you all so very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more Tower of God, The Walking Dead, and One Piece, at least 3 videos a week, and a bunch of other random stuff. I thank you all so very much for watching. I do believe I've already said that, though, and pointing out that I'm repeating stuff is not making it any better than I'm repeating stuff. Like, if you guys liked it, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these characters. Are you as hyped to see them as I am? And follow on Twitter for updates, just in case I need to let you know about anything. I will see you all next time.